What's up, guys? Alright, I'm back. It's been a while. I know I've been gone. I'm just doing a lot of stuff. As you can see here, MR2 is gone. Don't freak out though, it's right here. Ha! Anyways, let's get into the story. Okay, so as you can see, it's not here anymore. Got moved to that area of the garage. Reason being for that is because I need this area for other things, other jobs that I'm doing. And as you'll find out soon, this car is going to be kind of sitting here undrivable for a week or two. So I had to move it from here to over there. There used to be a shelf right there. I moved that over there. I built this huge storage thing up here, and got some of my Hot Wheels around here. Making this place a little cooler to be, but anyway, so I did that, moved a lot of stuff around, and the car actually fits here. As you can tell, there's walking room over there, and there's walking room over there, because these cars are pretty tiny. I did some stuff off camera that I haven't showed you guys yet, and sorry about that, but I just needed some motivation. So what I did was some upgrades on the interior. As you can see, I got a aftermarket steering wheel, quick release. I'm not going to show if it's a one-hand or two-hand job, sorry. Got a shift knob. It's actually a weighted Mugen style, but it is weighted and actually feels really good. Driving it from over there to over here, it actually felt really good. Anyways, quick release steering wheel. It's a deep dish leather with the red stitching. I really like that. I'm going to get a boot with the same type of stitching for the shift knob and the e-brake. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did here. Nothing else on the inside. It's just something, like I said, to get motivation. So back to the engine. Alright, so I've been doing diagnostics, research, whatever help I've been able to get. My buddy Mike at Apex Attack has definitely been helping me a lot with kind of helping me loan me parts and letting me test them out and seeing if that's my issue or not. Like, he let me test the igniter, or what the heck is it called? It's not the igniter. I'll put it somewhere here on the screen. He lent me that for a Gen 3. Swapped it in. That did not solve my running rough issues. And then while I was testing that, I noticed that just the smell of fuel got horrible. I mean, when you're sitting in this area, kind of like on that side of the car, you know, adjusting stuff and while it's running, I mean, the fuel smell is so bad. It makes you tear up. So Mike suggested, hey, most likely leaking injectors. And it would actually make sense, because if the fuel's not leaking right, or if the injectors are not flowing well, it will make the car run like crap. So I'm going to be taking the fuel injectors out, and I'm going to be sending those out to get cleaned and flow matched and all that. So that's the reason the car will be sitting here for about a week or two, not running, because I don't know how long that's going to take. In the meantime, I'm planning to, you know, while stuff is removed here, I'll go through everything. Vacuum lines. I got new plugs. New plug wires for Gen 3 as well. I'm going to check for any vacuum leaks. Just kind of see if I can find anything else. I mean, it's starting to get kind of annoyed, but I got to get this done. Got to get this thing running so I can keep on moving. I do have some more parts. Like I said, I got Gen 3 ignition wires. I actually was going through all my stuff and I found some control arms and the rest of my propane bushings for my old car, but that's actually going to go into this one now. Why not? I found one of my old AFR and boost gauges. They're not the greatest quality, but I think I'm going to install these just temporarily, just so I can keep an eye on things. I got myself some camber bolts for the front and rear. I might get another 4, why not? Anyways, got those. You guys see my spacers, wheel bearings for the rear hubs, again from my old car, but I might put them in this one. And also some lug nuts. You know, with this style, these are aluminum. I might upgrade to steel later on, but these will be okay for now. So anyways, I got these to fit with the new wheels. That's it for now. I mean, yeah, let's see. I just got to start removing stuff and get those injectors out, I guess. here we go. Okay, so got them out. Here they are. That's how they were in the car. I don't know if that makes a difference for anything or whatever, but I don't really know much about injectors myself. But sorry, lighting is kind of bad. Let's see. I don't know how to tell if they're leaking or something, but that's why I'm going to send them out, get them all flow matched, and probably all new O-rings and all that. Whatever companies do, I'll have to figure that out. I'm not even sure who's going to do it yet. Try to find a local company first to get it done faster. But anyways, so yeah, you have to remove pretty much the whole throttle body assembly, and then that bracket thing, whatever holds them on there, remove that. And then there's a hose back here. I'm trying to get a good, it's in there. Clamps, the clamp was freaking upside down. It was a pain in the ass, but remove that, pop off the hose, and then this one can come out. And then yeah, put this on there so nothing falls inside. So yeah, I mean, I know there wasn't much on this video, but that's gonna be it for this one. I'm gonna send those out, and I'll kind of give you guys an update from there. But like I was saying, in the meantime, while that's gone, I'm gonna replace the wires. I'm gonna look for any vacuum leaks, any hoses that are missing or something or whatever. Try to figure stuff out that I can. Obviously I can't start the car anymore. Maybe I'll polish this up. I do have to make a run to the west side Tacoma again. I got a bunch of parts I got to pick up, including my old school HES blow-off valve, which I'll put. Yes, I like blow-off valves. I'm one of those people. If you run it without, I don't care. Good for you. If you run it with, good for you as well. I like it, so I'm going to keep them. I like the sound. Anyways, other than that, I mean, maybe I can clean up. There's like a bunch of leaves and crap down there. And clean up around here a little bit, kind of get it ready. Do some polishing. Like I said, check all wiring, check everything, make sure everything's okay. So yeah, kind of go from there. Not really sure what else to do until I get those back. Like I said, I don't know if they're leaking. I don't know how to tell if they're bad or not. I don't know anything about injectors, but that was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. It only took about 20 minutes. Minimal tools. I have more than I needed, but we all do when we work on cars. But anyways, those will go out. Those will get cleaned. Hopefully when they come back, we'll get this sucker up and running again. I'm actually going to probably readjust the TPMS sensor, readjust the throttle cable when I put it all back together, re-look at the timing belt, make sure that's all well. What else? I'm just gonna go over it pretty much, and we'll see if I'll have all that on video or not, because obviously you guys know it's not that easy. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing else I can really do until those injectors comes back. I can actually adjust this. I think I might be able to adjust this off the car. It'd be a lot easier. Maybe, I'm not sure. I gotta figure out if I can do it without some sort of electricity coming to it or something. I'll figure that out. I'll let you guys know. Alrighty, that's it for this one. Well, thanks for watching. Like I said, sorry I've been gone for a while, but kind of losing motivation. So kind of sucks. But because I just dealt with this crap with my first one, and that's why I had to do the whole engine thing and pulled it out and ran like garbage and all that. But hopefully I'll get back into it. I'm gonna send those out. Hopefully those will be back within the next week or so. I'm gonna see what other parts I can order to help with that. Other than that, I mean, just gotta wait for those to come back. Put the engine bay all back together. Like I said, redo the TPMS sensor, the timing belt, whatever else. Go over everything. Change those spark plug wires. Check for any vacuum leaks, any hoses. Just go do it once over. I gotta actually pick up the car, figure out what the heck's leaking underneath, because I cleaned it up and it leaked a lot. There was a piece of cardboard and I mean it just leaks like crazy. So I gotta pick up the car. Maybe that'll be the next video. We'll pick it up. We'll kind of take a peek underneath, see what's going on. Maybe we can confirm if that's a Burke exhaust or not. See what else it has on there. See, I haven't even actually looked underneath, so I don't know if I'm worried or not, but we'll see. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all the subscribers. I'm sorry I haven't been as active as I should be for the past 3 weeks, I think now. Help me get to 500 subscribers if you guys can. That would be amazing. I'd really appreciate that. I'd love it. Like and share this video. I mean, that's what you guys can do to help me out. I appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. See you on the next one.